Hello and welcome to my channel with Wolfie and Dave in the background and Max, and welcome to Yappy Valley dog sanctuary that I have been here since January in the mountains of North Cyprus, and I hope you will join me on my journey of building my off-grid home that I have demolished from another site and going to rebuild in my own fashion. So I hope you join me on this journey. We are completely off-road and off-grid. This is my makeshift entrance. We do have in the winter hunters up here, which I'm not a fan of, but I think they're a bit disgruntled because I have taken land that I've bought and they were free to roam and do what they wanted to do and kill stuff. For many years you can tell that it is hunting ground, or it was, but it's not anymore, because I eventually will put up a private property sign in Turkish because they are Turkish speaking here. But this is my entrance. I did have a large water tank here, but nobody would come and fill it for me, so as usual I do stuff myself, and I've tried to do a hedge temporary which got blown down a lot when we had wind, and eventually will be fenced off for the safety of the dogs, because these three, this is Max, Dave and Wolfie, who do roam around freely while I'm here, but eventually this will be all sectioned off. And this actually at the top, it's all downhill all downhill from here is my area, so this is where the magic is going to happen with my off-grid wooden cabin, where I hopefully will be living in. And I've literally just started because I've taken it down. I will show you some pictures. I've taken it down, which was an old friend's cabin on the other side of that mountain actually, which had caved in. It was about 16 years old and it wasn't put on stilts properly. It wasn't on concrete stilts, which is what I'm doing, concrete foundation. This is a rough guess at the size. I don't have any electricity, so it will be battery charged, power tools if anything, or hand tools. And this is where the cabin's going to be, facing the bottom, which is where the dogs are, with a bit of a porch. We have some outdoor living space. Sorry if it's windy. This is my little magical fairy ring, which I do my little magic spells in, and I have like earth, air and fire, water placed in their places. There's a lot of stuff going on over here. This is my outdoor chill out space for the moment. This is my wonderful 41-year-old Suzuki Samurai, and I slowly started bringing stuff bit by bit in that little Jeep. Windows, all these pieces of wood, which will be some of the panels, which I'm treating, because some of them did have woodworm, which are long gone, but I'm still treating them anyway. And this is pieces of the walls that they are solid, so it's not panels, and I've got some ideas about doing them like brickwork. I'm not sure yet. That was the old porch, and these were some ceiling tongue groove, and these are the decorative panels and some more panels, and this is all my bit. I do have dogs at our rental house that will have to come here eventually, but I haven't got that far yet. And in this bush I'm trying to cut down as much as I can apart from our boundary, because there was a viper in here the other day, and these two I think got hold of it, and obviously it's dangerous for them. So I've literally been panicking and throwing cut up onions in the bushes. Walking down now to where I first started doing the enclosures for the dogs. I've just started as well, but a temporary, well, not temporary, I've just started with some leftover fencing just to fence off a bit of perimeter. This area is going to be the play area up to my Jeep, which all this has got to be cut down because I'm just worried about snakes. Just the bottom half trimmed up so that there's a bit of tree for shade. And our first enclosure is actually Max and Dave's. Wolfie is an escape artist and wrecked everything the minute I came here, so he stays with me now. There's a few old carob trees that were diseased, so the last owner cut them down. I have some areas for them to shade in, and this was my first brick Gabon house, which Dave has already wrecked because she wrecks everything. Dave is a girl, by the way, the black and white husky one. This is their house, which she's already wrecked. She's pulling all the plastic off the roof. So yeah, there's a rethink for the winter, but I've got the whole summer to worry about it. Next door we have, it's like the Three Little Pigs. See the stone house, then we have the wood one. This is Isla and Caramel. Isla does not get on with anybody whatsoever, hence them being alone. She goes for walkies, but hopefully when this is all sealed off, they can play out here in this large area. So this is where I feed at the moment. Dog food and just on a table. Then I have these which I fill up myself. Now I've got a hose pipe, a hose, whatever you call it, pipe in, that I fill one of these blue drums in my car, and then I just run it down into each one. So I've got 3 at the moment. There's a 4th one there that blew away in the wind. And then we have the bottom lot, which is the main one with 13 dogs in. And I did have temporary dens for them, but they blew away in the wind. So I'm now half built. I'm now doing brick, but the top bit will come down in another week because it's going to be so hot. It will be too hot for them anyway. But it will be half brick as it is, and then in the winter that will be boarded up. So they are mostly hunting dogs. There are 4 sisters, these German Shepherd mix ones. Azul, who's a big fat lump who tends to eat all the food, and the food I have to throw out on the floor because there's just too many dogs. Where I used to be, I was able to put them in separate kennels to feed. I can't do that now because I just haven't got the personal space. So I was at another one that I built myself, and I built a plastic bottle house and had to move because they were building a road. Hence me selling up and buying this piece of total off-grid up in the mountains. I say in the middle of nowhere, but there's somewhere down there, there's a farm, and you can, I don't know if you can see, it is farm down there. They grow wheat, and there are sheep down there somewhere. I can't see them, but I know they're there. I can hear them. And up high in the mountains, they are they go backwards and forwards with the lorry for building uses, so they are blowing up the mountain, which isn't pleasant, but now and then you'll hear some dynamite go off. Then down here we have some dogs rescued, which were a colony living on the street. This is Cindy, who has 3 legs. We have 2 puppies, and if anybody would like to home any, you know, all dogs are, most of them, up for adoption, and we can send to other countries, but it does cost a lot of money, hence not many get rehomed. Hello. And there's, I think, 9 dogs in here. That is the only one still standing of one of the temp dens, so they will eventually have one like next door. But for now, they've got kennels and they've got shade, and it's getting hot now. It's about 22 degrees now. So that's the next one. This is Poppy. Hello, Poppy. Hi, darling. Yes, a pretty girl, aren't you? Now, this is the troublemaker's cage. I say cage, it's enclosure. I don't like using the word cage because it's not. They are quite free here. They've all got shady areas. And again, another temp den. Well, not temp, half-built den, sorry. I'm not going to go in, but this is like the weird triangle shape that's sort of at the end of the land, and this was the first one I did, and I had to move here in emergency. When I sold the other land, the guy wanted it, and it was a mad rush to get here, so I've only just extended to this little play area or shady area. Hello, Tiger Lily. And yes, these are troublemakers that are always fighting, and most of the time someone's on antibiotics because they've got chunks bitten out of them. So if you can see, Luca, he's got half his ears missing because of this one. And Shola, a few dogs like Shola have got leash, which unfortunately is a disease that is carried by the sandflies, which we get here, as well as ticks. We have carrot trees and plenty of olive trees, and obviously pine trees because we're up in the mountains. And that is a pretty brief tour of Yappy Valley, and I hope you join me on my journey of building my off-grid recycled log cabin. And I'm an artist, so there will be plenty of fun stuff to do. It won't just be plain wood. So I hope to see you again on my journey. Wolf.